talking to my girlfriend.
My fiance.
Well, I mean, you're lucky you got her on the show with you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
That's how we make things.
Well,
Sorry. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Coffee or Tea, presented by bUneke magazine.
Yay.
Yes. Oh, wow. Yes. Well, my name is Mackenzie, and we've got some wonderful people here with us.
I'm Imari, the vegan.
I am Chloe. I'm also a vegan.
My name's Royce. Follow suit.
Yes.
And like I said, I'm Mackenzie. I am not a vegan, but I'm trying. I'm learning. But yes, we also have some stuff to do today, which is putting away our phones.
Oh,
No phones allowed,
No
but
phones
I
allowed.
am going to hang on to my phone today because we have a very special message from our friend Anna.
Fair enough.
Yes, but before we get to that, we need
Coffee or tea.
Right.
Or else it couldn't be the show.
Yes,
You know.
of course.
Well, I will start by saying I'm going to have my third cup of coffee today.
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot of caffeine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a nice, maybe like chamomile
Chamomile
tea. Nice calming.
Yes.
Fermented tea, kombucha.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
I prefer a vanilla latte, so I'm gonna do one of those. Guys.
You're fancy.
All right, so let's make it
Amazing.
happen.
Yes.
Woo! Magic.
Good stuff.
I love that part.
That is
Good.
my favorite
favorite
part
part.
so far.
Just magic.
Okay,
All right.
so now that we've got our beverages, let me
Let's see what
pull
Miss
up
Anna has to
Yes.
Anna
say.
Banana's video.
All right.
It's been a few
while we
months.
watch this.
Yes, Starbucks gave us some vegan snacks as well today. So
Thank you, Starbucks, for
Starbucks,
getting with the
OBT,
program.
yes.
It's 2019. Jesus.
Okay.
Good.
So let's see what Anna has to say today.
Hi everybody! Hey, it's me, Anna. I'm here. I'm still alive. I'm just in Tokyo. So
Hi,
konbanwa,
Anna.
which means good evening in Japanese. Yeah, so I wanted to chime in on the conversation. First of all, I miss you guys. Second of all, miss you viewers. And yeah, of course I want to chime in on the conversation because who else would I be if I didn't want to talk about things. Anyway, and I heard you talking about sustainability and what it is exactly. Cool notes. I've actually worked in sustainability before, even though it was for a brief time, but I'm so passionate about it and I really love it. So here's my 2 cents on it. Sustainability in general is not extracting resources, overexploitation of resources, so that we can continue to use like things from our environment and people as well, so that future generations can still have access to those things. It's all about, instead of like using everything up now so that we can gain all the benefits, instead thinking kind of more long term instead of short term, and how can the future us also benefit from what we are doing nowadays. So yeah, there's so many different categories. It's fashion, it's what we eat, it's under all of anything that like collects from a resource. So whether it's fabric, or it's food, or it's water, or it's air, or it's energy. There's so many different parts to it, or manufacturing, whatever. I mean, it all goes hand in hand. Or we live in a circular world. We don't live in we do something, and then it ends, and it goes nowhere. Like, everything has an ending once we're done with it. So whether it's the plastics that we're using, or the clothing that we're buying, it all doesn't just disappear when we're done with it. Even like the gas that we use in our cars, it's not just gone out of our cars, it goes into the air, so everything has a cyclical form. And so with sustainability, it's all about not just thinking about what's happening to it when we're using it and how it's going to benefit us, but what happens to it after we're done with it and how it affects us in the long run. So keeping our water clean is so important. So important to pay attention to, because it affects our well-being and our livelihood. So that's my 2 cents. I mean, that's so much more than that. But I've actually written an article about sustainable fashion that's in the March issue, and there will be 2 more parts to it. It's a 3-part series. And then we have so many different sustainability articles as well about people that are doing really cool things in bUneke magazine, by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about right now. bUneke magazine. So yeah, there's so much. I'd say don't be afraid. Like, start diving in, because as soon as you find the solutions to what's going on, then you start to feel a lot better about things. And it looks like my time is going up so quickly, so goodbye everybody. I wish I could talk more. I have so much more to say on this. Maybe I'll do a whole thing on it, because I need to. A whole segment, or I don't know. I might start a vlog. Okay, alright. Bye everybody, love you. Mwah, be good, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.
Nice.
All right. Wow. Well spoken.
That's a lot more than I ever would have imagined it to be.
Right?
She gets it. She gets it. You know, whenever it comes to being sustainable, like, you know, she talked about fashion, she talked about food, water, energy. Whenever I see people trying to be an eco-warrior, wanting to just be more sustainable, one of the easiest things, I believe the first step that anybody should take is to go vegan.
Yep.
Prove me wrong.
Change my mind.
Change my mind, 2019.
Yeah.
You know, I know, you know.
No, it's fine. Like I said, I am so not knowledgeable.
Yeah.
I am like beginner steps in this.
And it's all good. It's everybody just kind of takes their time with it. The more you learn about it, you know, if you all know some stuff about it, please share it with us because we learn
please.
things about it every day.
Yeah.
Like the beginning steps to it. Like,
Yeah.
because everybody begins a different way, you know. And so what would be some steps to learning, or what like resources could I use as a beginner to learn about the different kinds of
Sustainability.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, in my opinion, with going along with veganism, some of the research that has been done, especially how Anna mentioned, like in the video, how like it globally affects the world and sustainability in general, because we all live in the same planet. And I read recently in some articles about veganism in general and how it affects sustainability is that a lot of water goes into watering crops that feed animals. So instead of the water being, and a lot of these crops are actually grown in other countries that don't have a lot of sustainably clean water. So a lot of these crops that are being, you know, used to grow food for animals is depleting the water sources in these countries for the people that actually really need it. And it also is feeding animals instead of us just growing food to feed humans.
Yeah, it
And-
literally takes like 2,400 gallons of water to produce 1 pound of meat. You know, so whenever we talk about, well, turning off your shower, you know, turning off the water whenever you're, you know, brushing your teeth, it's like, yeah, but you could save so much more water if you just start with what's on your plate.
Yeah.
It's interesting because even the bUneke magazines, this March magazine and the February one, I know that they talked about different ideas of how to be sustainable, like even whenever it comes to exercising. Whenever you just kind of go out and you're in nature, whenever you're walking and jogging, that's an environmentally friendly way to get to point A to point B.
Yeah.
You know?
right?
Also, like, there's the whole, like, reduce, reuse, recycle. Like, we all learned that when we were little, too. So, like, separating your plastic from the trash.
I have my reusable straw.
That was gonna be another one.
It's a little keychain and then it like clicks out. And
Oh, yeah,
snaps
I've
into
seen
place.
those.
And those are really good steps.
Yeah.
I use it as a wand sometimes, or
Smart,
sword, but
yep.
it's good.
I've done that before as
You
well.
know?
When I was playing the fairy godmother at Disney, I used my straw as a wand. So that way I
Very
used it for two
nice,
things,
very
and then I drank my soda with it too.
So it's like just kind of clicking in my head, like, so being a vegan, I used to just think about it as like you don't eat animal products at all, but it's so much more than that. I didn't
So
realize
much
that.
more.
You know, like I said, I thought it was just food, but it's not only that. It's the water, it's energy, there's
Even whenever it comes to
Yeah.
fashion, there's, you know, you can use.
like I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
Ever.
A lot of people don't think about all the steps that go into like how much veganism can impact not only just like the animals, but it can impact the planet as well.
Right.
And with this, yeah, like with sustainability, with fashion as well. You know, like I would let you speak more on that because I know not as much about it.
Well, it's cool because my fiance and I, you know, those of y'all don't know, that's my fiance. Why is she sitting away from me? I don't know.
They set us up as well.
But we started a vegan entertainment network just to kind of show people that you can, you know, be fashionable, but you can easily wear vegan. You can wear secondhand clothing. You can, you know, do different pieces that are environmentally friendly. You know, it doesn't have to, you know.
Yeah, Emma spoke to that in the video too. She was talking about fabric and different fabrics that like reusing fabrics and like that. She was talking about how everything has an end date. Everything has an end source. You know, so like if you use more, like if you know like are donating your clothes, like you know, and you're reusing fabrics. Like I know I just rebought something on Etsy that was like a jean jacket that had been made from old jeans, and it
That's
was just
cool.
it was really cool.
That's really
you know,
cool.
so.
Those are the things we want in our fashion
Yeah.
show to show people like, hey, this is cool. Stop hurting the environment.
Right.
Right.
So there's so many things that you can do to be sustainable, and if you guys have any comments or ideas on how you're sustainable in your life, we'd love to hear from you. And thank you for joining us here, Coffee or Tea.
Yes.
We want to thank our sponsors, bUneke Magazine, for sponsoring us.
And I would like to thank Starbucks for these
Thank you,
delicious
Starbucks.
treats. Thank you, Starbucks, on Orange Blossom
Yes.
Trail here in Orlando. We appreciate you. I'm
And
gonna
for
take
having
this one.
vegan options as well. We
Yes.
appreciate that
Thank
as
you, thank
well.
And I'd like to thank you all for joining in and watching with
Yes,
us.
Thank you.
Make sure you all like.
Share.
Oh,
Wow, I thought your mouth was full. That's what happened.
I should have manners and not talk, but
and share. I'll cover it all.
Join the conversation, guys. We will catch you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.